Ladies and gentlemen, good day to all of you. So today we are going to talk a little more in detail for the most and recent campaign contest provided by Japan, Enagic, which is the Mission Excellence for Top 30 Daily Contest. Today is the UAE training done by me, Maged, from Dubai. So let's get started to know more about that amazing contest. But before we start, as usual, let's highlight the disclaimer for Enagic that Enagic has the rights for any amendment or revision or update for this contest rules anytime after the date or time of this training when you are watching it. And all distributors all over the world, not only in Dubai or UAE or Middle East, have to follow the latest and recent rules from respective branch after this training date or time before placing your orders to make sure that you are following the correct and valid latest rule or update. Then, of course, this training will contain some numbers and some calculation which not exactly correct or necessary properly done. So definitely you have to do your own calculation based on the given information and details by Japan to you. By the way, each single distributor should receive email from Japan for this campaign, or it might be gone to the junk mail spam folder, and it is also available on the DSP distributor support portal where you can go to check for your sales report, genealogy, and so on. After that, now is the time to start. First of all, this campaign is mainly done to focus and highlight the importance of the teamwork and Enagic principles as well. So, different to the old campaigns and any previous campaign, this campaign has total of 30 winners every single day for two categories. So it will be total of 60 winners will be announced. The first category will be the 8-point category, which include all distributors below 6A, who are 5A, 4A, 2A, 3A, and 1A as well, as long as you have sales within your 8-point, even though 6A, of course, will be counted under that 8-point campaign. So that 8-point campaign has a very important point that we need to pay attention to, which is the triple 3X units for the direct sales, which will be done under the target ID, which is used or which you are going to use to compete for this campaign globally. So if you are having one ID only within Enagic and you are using that ID to compete globally, any direct sale under that ID will be counted times 3. So that would be great to have main and most of the sales to be as a direct sales under that ID, and you have to pay attention to the calculation and product unit count based on that contest, because, for example, Ukon DD will be 1/3 or 0.33, MGuard Kangen Air will be half or 0.5, and filter set of 30 filters, it will be also half. Curry will be 0.08 count. So let's pay attention to this count that will be used and will be subjected for the 3X as a direct sale. Else, whatever indirect within your 8-point will be following that count as well. So this is open to all distributors for all of their sales within 8 points. And every day, top 30 distributors will be selected and announced by Japan, and you can see the winner's name on your DSP on daily basis, same as the old and all the previous campaigns provided by Enagic. And the best part here is that the first and number one winner will get 1,000 US dollar as a reward for this contest for that day only. So imagine that you got winner for multiple days. How much could you make extra on top of your 8 point, on top of your income from Enagic? That's important to mention and highlight that this campaign is active since 13 April 2022. So any sale before 13 of April will not be counted. Any sale after 13 of April is counted for this on daily basis. And the expected first day for the announcement for the winner is going to become maybe 17 or 18 April, where you can see on your DSP. So now going to the other category or the other part of this campaign or contest, which is the 6A group. And this is limited to 6A and above ID. So 6A, 6A2, 6A2-2, or 6A2-3, and so on. Therefore, same as we have an attractive point here called the triple or 3x unit for the 6A and above, each single rank of them, which is the 6A or 6A2 or 2-2 or 2-3, will have a handicap system, which will be applied based on your rank. If you are 6A, your handicap is 8. For 6A2, handicap is 4. 6A2-2, handicap is 2, and so on. So this is eligible only for 6A and above distributors. So they can compete with each other, but not with higher. So 6A distributor will compete versus the global 6As only. 6A2 will compete versus the global 6A2, and so on. So each level will compete with his own level thanks to that handicap for each one. You can see the handicap in details in a few minutes shortly after this slide, so let's stay tuned. And same as we have 30 winner for the 8 point, we will also have 30 winner for the 6A category or 6A contest as well. However, number one coming to win for that 6A will get 3,000 US dollar, which is amazing daily reward given to the Enagic leader thanks to their teamwork. For this, teamwork will be recognized and teamwork will be significantly shown and significantly notable for all other teams. That's how we can reignite all teams and focus on the teamwork and team growth all over the groups for all and each leader in Enagic. So let's get to the important part over here for the common rules and disclaimers for this campaign, and starting with the 8-point part. So the sales condition will start with, needless to say, distributor IDs only can participate and compete over here. User ID cannot participate, cannot even make a sale, so that's very, very well known. So that distributor ID which participates in this campaign can participate with self-purchase, can participate with selling to user ID or user client, and these IDs can be also done on the e-payment, which is very important over here to mention that in Dubai, we have several payment and financing options available, which will make you able to make the highest sales ever globally in the Middle East area. In Dubai, UAE, we have several payment options like the credit card installment with several banks, 890 dirham for the local national Emirati client, and definitely e-payment 40% down payment with 10 or 20 months, and recently Tamara and Tabi for 4 months 0% installment or higher based on the client. And talking about Tabi, it is extended to Saudi as well. So now you can go to sell in Saudi Arabia with Tabi for only 4 months. No down payment, no requirement, no guarantor, nothing is needed, just click and go for Tabi. Then you can go to sell in Saudi with that option. Apart from Saudi as well, in the regional market like Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, you can pay 50% down payment with 6 months as an installment. So nothing stop you. Middle East is opening its arms for any and every single distributor to come and dominate the market. Then we need to to pay attention that Tokure ID will not be counted, cancelled IDs will not be counted, and of course unpaid IDs will not be counted. So the best option here is to make sure that all your sales are paid, so that it will be counted by the HQ and you will not miss any single sale, because definitely each single sale will count and make a huge difference and a significant impact in your opportunity to compete and win higher and more rewards. But to create distributors themselves can do participate in the contest and make the same income, same as the normal distributor. So it is the time to encourage your to create distributors to work harder. Sales units will be different based on the product unit count following this contest, and this one is mentioned in detail in the product detail sheet that we will go through it in a few minutes. If a single purchaser make multiple purchases for the same product, only 3 sales will be counted for that. What does it mean? It means that, let's say I'm a distributor, I went to sell 50, 40, or 30 K8 to one developer, real estate developer. In that case, these 10 or 20 or 30 K8 will not all of them count for me, but only 3 will count for me. That's how we can maintain the fair play to all distributors and recognize the actual effort for those people who are going to introduce Enagic to a new family members, we can say. As you may know, Enagic is not a company that talk about only sales number and profit and so on. Our main target, as per Mr. Oshiro philosophy, is to empower people. So we need the product and the business vision to be shared with people over just sales number. So this is the explanation over here. If several K8 purchase made using the same email address, for example, which is the details for that real estate developer, only 3 will be counted. Filter sets, Kangen Farm, which is the curry, Kangen Wagyu, which is only in the USA, not in Dubai, not included in this rule, which is good part. So you can add curry as many as you want and all of them will count. Same for the filter set of 30 or 50. That will be also okay to have several distributors in your structural team to purchase as many as they can and stock the filter as well. That will be also significantly helpful for you to move forward for higher ranks with better rewards. Bonus points from FA, that is not an issue here. So here is the bonus rules. Bonus will be granted once all the payments are collected. That's why, as mentioned over here, the best practice is to make sure that your registered sale is paid so that it will be counted. And then the bonus will be granted once all the payments are collected. Then after that, we have to mention the amounts which will be paid to you, which is the $1,000, the highest rank for the 8-point category, or $3,000 for the 6A. That will be different depending on your local branch currency. In Dubai, it is dirham. Other branch, it will be other currency like Canadian dollar, euro, India rupees, Malaysian ringgit, Japanese yen. So it will be vary based on that currency in your local branch. If a distributor has a multiple accounts, only one, which will be the highest, will be selected for that. So if you have several accounts, Enagic will check for the highest and the best account which get the highest reward, and then it will be counted for the campaign bonus, correct? The same account can be selected in both campaigns. This is the best part over here, that you as a 6A or 6A2 can participate in both categories. Once for the 6A group with the handicap that we have mentioned, 8 for the 6A, 4 for 6A2, and 2 for 6A2-2. And same ID as the 6A can also participate for the 8 point, as long as that group sales in 8 point is within your 8 points. So both of them can get. So we can see some person, 6A, got rewarded once for the 8 point and one more on the same day with the same sales value as a 6A. Bonus amount will be adjusted according to the distributor status, which is the SP. D1 will be the 100%, and this is mainly important part that makes sure that your team are active on the SP and D1. Those who are on D0 will get only 50% of the subjected reward, and then FA0 will get nothing. Therefore, this is the time now to make sure that each single distributor in your organization is already on the SP. If multiple distributors shared or came to be on the same sales account or the sales unit, then the higher sales amount will be placed. So we will count on the person who have the higher sales models sold. For example, let's say I have 10 machines sold and Mr. B has also 10 machines sold on the same day. So both of us sold the 10 machines on the same 4A, for example, rank for sales within 8 points. Then the difference between me and Mr. B will be the models. What is the machines I sold? I sold 10 Super Size 01. Mr. B sold 10 JR4. Then I will win because my product value is higher than Mr. B. This is the point for that, and to ensure fair and balanced competition for everyone, the amount for the sales, which I mentioned in this example, 10 Super and 10 GR4, will be following the product value on the Enagic system, not the product selling price in that branch or country. So Super 501 always equal 5,940 US dollar, if I'm not mistaken, but GR4 $2,980. That is the value that we follow to calculate and reach to the 300,000 US dollar for the 6A qualification. Correct. So the same values will be used to prioritize and check who will come over the other in this contest calculation. And then adjustment will be done if multiple distributors are placed on the same rank in this contest. For example, if we have 3 people and 3 of them should be on the top of the 8 point. So the total reward for the rank number 1, number 2, number 3 will be already calculated as a total, and that total will be divided equally to 3 of them. That's how we can maintain the fair play as much as we can. So, what is the 8 points rules? All the indirect sales within the 8 point will be counted towards the contest sales unit. And that should be following the sales unit that we have, as I mentioned, for the DD. It will be 1/3, and for MGuard and Kangen Air, it will be half. Direct sales will be triple, 3x the actual recorded sales. So if you have K8, it will be counted as a 3 contest units only, but the commission will be only 1 as normal. And the quantity will count it as 1 full contest unit because normally it is counted as 0.33 for the contest campaign unit count. So that 1 will be multiplied by 3 because it is the direct sale, so it will equal 1. Repeated products such as the Ocon will be counted as a direct sale for that Ocon itself if the repeat is done. So if you have main ID and then the Ocon over here and it came to be due during April after 13, That renewal will be the first direct sale for that ID, despite the fact that there is no ID generated for that repeat, but it will be counted and it will be equal 1 because it is direct sale, so it will be 1/3 times 3. Then you need to put as much as you can again, so you can compete globally for more and more. Products that doesn't generate distributor ID will be counted as we mentioned for this one for the quantity, and the same apply for also the filter set of 30. Using the enroller will count a sale for the direct sponsor only, and the enroller will get nothing in this campaign. So here is the following bonus chart for the 8 points category that you can refer to it, so we can understand that the first ranked person will get $1,000, number 2 $950, and so up to the winner number 30, sorry, which will come to receive $300 every day. Enagic will be paying that total amount to top 30. So it is your decision to become among these 30 winners every day. And this is an example for that enroller and for the sale that is done but without ID. However, it will be counted. So we can see here Mr. Z and then A1. A1 sold to himself Ocon DD and then he repeated the Ocon. He got the filter set and then he sold K8. So the K8 count normally is 1, so it will be counted as a 3 over here. Filter set, there is no distributor ID issued for the filter set, but it will be counted because he placed the sale as a direct sale, so it will be half multiplied by 3, so it will be 1.5 over here. Quantity will be 1 because it is 0.33. Total of 5.5 as a direct sales plus we have the DD repeat over here will be counted here as well, so it will be 5.66 probably. And as you can see, Mr. Z is the enroller for that K8. However, in this campaign, he will not be involved unless he is 6A or these sales are within his 8 point. This is a different story. But as an enroller, being enroller will not give any extra benefit in that campaign. What about the other one, 6A group sales? Here is the general rule. All the sales within the 6A group, which meaning within and without 8 point will be counted for the contest following the contest sales unit count. And to maintain the fair play between all the ranks for the 6A up to 6A2-8, there is the handicap we have mentioned that is 8 for the 6A, 4, 6A2, 2 for 2-2, 1 for 2-3, and so on. Therefore, each single sale within the group sales for that 6A will be multiplied by 8. And each single sale within the group sales of the 6A2 will be multiplied by 4. So in this Kangen air, if one Kangen air will be counted for the 6A2, we can check first for 6A2, handicap is 4. And the Kangen air count for the campaign is half. So 4 multiplied by half, it will come to be 2. Then it will be 2 contest units. And here is the chart payment for the bonus in US dollar, and it will be different based on your branch. If in Dubai, it will be in dirham, and some forex fees will be applied. So the first person will get 3,000 US dollar, and number 30 will get 500 US dollar on daily basis. Here's the point. On daily basis, we are talking that Enagic is going to reward the best and highest performers in that matter or this pattern, we can say. And here is another example for the 6A and above. We need to pay attention to it. For the 6A2-3 participant, and to highlight what group sales mean. Long story short, group sales means that if you are 6A and you have one more 6A in your group, so the sales under that 6A, which is your downline, will not be counted for you. Therefore, you need to count on your group sales away from the same rank of yours or higher. And we can see here that apply for the 2-3 that he has the same rank, different distributor as a downline and higher distributor over here. So the sales from these two structures will not count for that person. He need to care and count on the group sales, which comes from lower 6A people and of course non-6A, which is the 4A and 4A and 1A over here, and lower ranks like 6A2-2, 6A2, 6A over here. Despite the fact of the 6A2-3 under the 4A under that one, these group sales as well will not count for him. All right. So if you are 6A2 and you have active 6A2 under you, don't expect that you will get benefit from the group sales of that active 6A2 under you. You have to get or to activate your own 6A2 group sales to be using your 6A2 ID to compete and win and participate in that campaign. Okay, so here is the product details and the product count for the contest purpose, which is the same for the bonus as well. Title incentive for 6A or 6A2 and the qualification for 6A2-2 and 6A2, it will be the same count over here. So in Dubai, for example, we have already all the devices mentioned over here except the SD501 under sync. So all of them will count as one sale. However, if you are a Dubai distributor and you can sell SD501 under sync in USA, it will yet count for you definitely as a one unit. So if it is direct sale, it will be 3. Ocon DD will be 1/3 or 0.3. Ocon Sigma, which is referred to 3DD, it will be 1 full unit. Kangen Air and Guard will be half. Kangen Farm, which is the curry, will be 0.08. Filter set 30 will be half. 50 will be one sale, so better to go for the 50. E8PA, and important to mention that for 6A now, as you may know, 6A active distributors as of March 18 are granted the E8PA bronze card from Mr. Oshiro, thanks to his birthday and generosity. So now you can involve E8PA by default in your sales. So it will count for you. The bronze card will count as half, silver and higher, it will count as 1. And as you know, E8PA also come with no distributor ID, but it will yet count for you. If it is the group sales or within 8 points, it will be 1. But if it will be direct sale, meaning your own card, renewal or new purchase or upgrade, it will be 1 multiplied by 3. Except bronze, it will be half multiplied by 3. It will be then 1.5. Think of the E8PA, it will be great in this campaign to have the E8PA to collect as well E points, so you will have a win-win situation. Elite repeat is not here in Dubai, Kangen Wagyu in the USA only with the repeat, so if you are going to do it, it will be 0.25. Same for the jerky over here with different sales accounts, so that part is not for Dubai, so you can just have a look on this only if you will count on the US market. But in Dubai, we are focusing on these two. All right, let's get some scenarios so we can understand better what happened. Okay, first one will be for the 8-point category. And we have here 5A, let's say Mr. Jack. Jack in one day put direct sale. K8, Kangen Air, M-Guard, and M-Guard had the quantity and Kangen Air had and the K8 has the quantity. So in the sales genealogy, he has 5 sales and he will receive the commission for only 5 sales following the rank. But for the contest purpose only, which is the mission excellence, the 1K8 will count as 1. Air is half, M-Guard is half, DD is 0.33. This is the standard sales count unit. Applying that in this scenario, we can say K8 will be 3 because it's direct sale. Kangen Air will be 1.5 sales. Same for the M-Guard and because we have 2 Okondidi as indirect sales for that 5A Mr. Jack, it will be 0.66. So total will be probably 6.66 sales will be used for Jack to compete in that campaign. So always refer to the sales count to be aware about how your sales will count for you. Another scenario for a new person, let's say Patrick. Patrick over here for the 8-point contest also, he registered 5 sales, 1 SD and got filter set and then Okondidi and sold 1 more Okondidi indirect and Sigma indirect. Following the standard count, what is the standard count over here for the SD? 1 unit, filter set half, Okondidi 0.3, Sigma 1. Applying that to the registered 5 machine in 1 day, we can see the SD501 are counted as 3, filter set 1.5 sales, Okondidi 1.33 because this one is 1 and this one is 0.33. Why? This is direct sale multiplied by 3. This is indirect will be just as it is. Sigma will be 1, so total will come to be 6.83 sales will be used for Patrick to campaign for the 8-point contest category in that campaign. Then Patrick always need to refer to that chart to understand the sales count. Coming to the other category for 6A and above, as we mentioned, if you have the same rank in your downline as a 6A, you should count on the other group sales of yours, which is non-6A in this case. Because let's say that 6A name is Magid. Magid has under him Rome. So Rome registered 5 sales as a group sales for that 6A in and out 8 point. So Rome only will use these 5 machines or 5 sales to compete for the 6A category with the handicap of 8, while Magid need to count on the different group sales over here away from Rome so that he can also compete for his own multiplied by handicap. Both of them will compete and then the higher one will come to be rewarded. So here is the chart as well. As we said, we always need to refer to it for both categories, 6A and 8 point, so we can come to know the exact number. Let's see the number over here for the, we can say, standardized plan for 6A2, which has 6A here. So all of this will count for the 6A and will count as well for the 6A2 because they are 2 different ranks. That is the higher upline for that leader. So for 6A, remember that 6A2 handicap is 4, 6A handicap is 8, and here is the total sales happened group sales for 6A in and out 8 point. Remember the chart first. Again, we need to have that chart in front of you all the time to be able to recognize what is the sales account. And then we can see the SD501 standard sales unit count for the campaign is 1 unit. Filter set of 30 half, Okondidi 1/3, Sigma is 1. Okay, so we need to remember that if these sales are within 8 point for both IDs, then they can use it to also compete for the 8-point contest. So let's do the calculation in case that all of these sales are within the 8 point of these 2 leaders so that they will compete for 6A category and as well for the 8 point. For the 8-point count, for Mr. Green, let's call it Green, Green will have 3 sales account for the SD, 1.5 for 30, 1.33 for DD, and just 1 for the Sigma. Total of 6.83 sales that Mr. Green will be using it to compete for the 8-point sales category. Okay. Additional participation for Mr. G as well, that he can participate for the 6A contest using the same sales which are here, but the count then will be different. The SD will come to be counted normal as 1 over here. Filter set will be half. Because we have 2 upon DD, it will be 0.66 and 1 sigma. So it will be 3.16 sales. With the 6A handicap of 8, it will be total of 25.28 sales that Mr. Green will use to go and compete for the 6A category. Let's see Mr. Blue, the same sales account as here, because it is the same category. However, the handicap is different. For 682, it will be 4. Then 682, Mr. Blue will compete for the 682 category with 12.64 sales only. That's how we can maintain the fair and balanced competition for all the 6As in the contest. Again, you have to do the calculation based on the chart mentioned over here, and you registered sales within 8 point for the 8-point category, in and out for 6A group sales category, following the handicap for the 6A and following the triple count for the direct sales for the 8-point category. All right, so here is the conclusion and what to do, maybe some recommendation you might need to think about. First of all, the product counts same as its count for the bonus purposes. Simply, the quantity will be 0.33, Kangen guard will be half, Sigma and Espa machine will be 1, curry will be 0.083. All right, so don't think that the machine or anything will be counted as 1. No. Each direct sale will be counted as a 3x, taking into consideration the above sales units count. Again, taking into consideration the above units count. Direct sales of the Kangen Air will be half times 3, so it will be 1.5 sales. So in case of your participation as non-6A for the 8-point category, you might need to make sure that you have as many as you can as a direct sales so that you can compete for higher reward and better opportunity for higher rank. It is a daily campaign, so remember that on Sunday and Saturday, you might have a little higher opportunity to compete and win globally for a better position in that contest winners. And remember that always the result is announced on the DSP. So normally it will take like 4 or 5 days for Japan to publish the results. So after your daily registration, wait for 5 days and then you can check on the DSP. And if you got rank between that 30, you can find your name then. It is a must to make sure that your sales email is sent to Japan, which is the GOC team, before 11:59 p.m. following the time zone for your region. If you are going to sell only in the Middle East, you need to send it before 11:59 following Dubai time. If you are going to sell in the US, it will be based on the state before 11:59 at that state time zone, and highlight this in the email to GOC to make sure that your sales are in the day at that time in this area. E-payment sales are okay, wallahi are okay, so that you can remove all the barriers in front of your client. In Dubai now we have the easy payment plans and financing like Tabi for Saudi, Emirati payment plan for local nationals in the UAE, 50% down payment to the overseas like in Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, Egypt and North Africa, and other different payment solutions in the UAE for the credit card 0% installment and Tabi Tamara for UAE as well. So please, the price is not an excuse. You can pay for it. That payment plan is little lower than what you are paying to get just a bottle of water on a daily basis. Remember that daily basis we are talking about. Same ID can participate in both contests, so it is the time of the teamwork and team sales registration alignment for win-win basis to everyone. This is the time that Enagic will come to know the teamwork, the real teamwork. Enroller. Enroller is okay to be used, but remember that the direct sponsor will get the reward and everything will be counted for the direct sponsor for the bonus and rank. And as I mentioned, for the 8-point sales category, you need to prioritize the direct sales so you can get your sales multiplied by 3 following the sales count for the machine for the contest purpose over here. So that's it, and please pay attention to each single piece of detail in this training, and for any unclear point, please refer to your upline first and 6A to align the work and understanding, and then if yet any doubt is there, you can reach out to me anytime in Dubai. Best of luck, and I'm really so excited to see who will be from Dubai among the 30 winners. So let's work hard. Thank you.